Hello guys, Fro here, Tech with Fro. Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be using AI to build this really exciting landing page from scratch, all done by AI. So AI is going to build the UI for us. It's going to do all the UI design, but more importantly, it's going to put in the copies within this UI for us. So not only can you do the design, the AI is also going to create the copies and write the content for us. Pretty amazing, pretty exciting. So to build this website, we're going to build off my normal blog post, link in the description below, Tech with Fro. I'm not very impressed with the landing page, and I think AI can do better. Now, if you have a SaaS application you're trying to build, you have a blog you're trying to start, you have a story you're trying to tell, and you might be stuck wondering, how do you get a landing page? How do you build that website for it? Now, you don't have to worry anymore. AI can do it for you. And that's what we're going to see today. So the tool we're going to be using for this is called headlime.com. So headlime.com is the tool. My link to headlime.com, the affiliate link, will be in the description below. So use that if you want to go ahead and check out headlime.com. It's all powered by AI and it uses GPT-3. We've talked a lot about GPT-3 on the channel. So you can either sign in if you have an account or go ahead and sign up. No credit card required, and it's pretty amazing. I've seen a lot of tools, but this is one of the ones that really blew my mind away. Now that said, let's go back into the UI to build all of this from scratch without having to write a single line of code or without having to worry about hiring writers to get the copies for us. So first things first, let's go into headlime.com. You want to make sure you're logged in into the account. Now, there are many different things that you can do, but for today, we're going to focus on just the landing page area. I might make demos on other functionalities, but landing page is really what we need. And this is all powered by AI, powered by GPT-3, the Generalized Pre-trained Model 3 from OpenAI. So let's go ahead, click on that, and you can create projects. So what I did was I've created a couple of different projects, Tech with Fro. So let's go do Tech with Fro demo. Right, that's going to be the project we're going to be working with. Now, we can go ahead and give it a project name. So let's go and say, hey, demo YT. So a demo for YouTube. I've done a couple of this before, and this is going to be the demo we're going to work with. So now this is the canvas where you do your actual building of the web page by basically allowing AI to generate the blocks or the components for us. They call it blocks here, the different areas. So we're going to generate the hero, the header, maybe the product features, a blog, pricing, kind of social proof, maybe more blog content, some statistics, and then a footer. So this is what we need, and AI can generate each of these sections for us as we go through the demo. So let's go back into the dashboard, and the very first thing that you want to do is make sure you have your language set. So of course I'm doing it in English. Je parle un peu de français, mais aujourd'hui on va faire avec l'anglais. All right, so we're gonna do it with English, and then the audience is the audience for my blog or for my landing page is technology professionals. So we're building off my tech blog here, Tech with Fro, which is all of this content is AI generated. None of this is written by me. I might do a little bit of customizations, but all of this is my AI powered blog. All right, so we're just gonna build off on that concept. And if you go back, the product name is Tech with Fro. So let's give it a little bit of a description. And this is where you get really creative, and you want to use the keywords that would be relevant for the blog or for the SaaS application or for the product you're trying to build your landing page for. The more precise and concise you are here, the more the AI will be effective. And you've got only 500 words to do it. So you're not going to write an essay here. It's just going to be say what you have to say, and the AI is going to do the rest, almost like magic. So here we're going to say Tech with Fro, and it helps technology professionals stay up to date with the latest technology trends, data analytics, AI, machine learning, databases, GPT-3, and other concepts to boost their career. I just wrote that, and you can write whatever makes sense for your own product. You know your product better than anybody does. So let's go ahead, and the very first thing that we're going to do is the hero. So let's select the hero, and if you remember what the hero is going to be this page here that we want, this block here. So we can just generate that, and the AI is gonna generate a hero based on the prompt we've put in here. So here you can see, and I hope it shows up very well on the screen. It's generated a section for us, or the block for us, along with the context or with the text in there. So it's doing the copy and not just generating the code for us. So here we have some options. You can see the very first one below here. Keep your skills fresh with the latest tech trends. You learn Python, Spark, and more for less than a latte. Oh my goodness. I did not even talk about Spark in here. Somehow it's figured out that Spark is relevant to my business. So I like that. I'm going to go ahead and drag that to the screen, and that's how you bring it to the canvas. There's a lot more, 3 options it usually provides, and you can read any one of this, see the one that makes sense, and you can simply drag that to the screen. Now, if one of these was your favorite, you can go ahead and favorite that, and it's going to show up in your list of favorites. So you can imagine if you're doing a lot of work and you have your favorite, save that in your favorites. So if you go back in there, you can see the ones that you like. And just another thing to call out here, I'm using the professional version, so you might try it with the free version. But at some point, if you upgrade to the professional version, then you can get it as I'm doing here. And behind the scenes is using the DaVinci engine. So if you remember my demo with OpenAI, the DaVinci engine is basically one of the engines that are available within the OpenAI GPT-3 platform. So that's what is happening. It's using behind the scenes to do all of this. Now, some folks might say, I don't like this for my hero. You can do better than that. And it doesn't look like this. We want something that looks a little bit different. So let's go back in here, and we're going to change the design theme. Okay, I'm not the best at design, but I kind of like images. People like images. Images tell a more compelling story. So this is interesting, but let's go with this design. So you can set your design and generate the blocks. And now it should regenerate the blocks for us with some new design. And let's say, let me just read through this. I kind of like this. I'm going to bring that to the screen, and then I'm going to go ahead and delete the previous one. So now we've got a new design. The text here has changed. If I wanted to, I can keep the previous text, but you've got the options, right? This AI is generating the UI for us as well as the copies within it. Pretty amazing. And you can imagine that it's doing some work to make sure that your headline kind of fits within where a headline should be. It can't write like a 5-sentence headline because it's not gonna fit in here. So there's way more going on here than you can even imagine. All right, so I think the hero is pretty good. Let's see what else we can do. Let's go to the features. What features are gonna be available in this blog? Now again, you can go ahead and select a theme, and I'm more of a simplistic kind of person with my design, just my preference. So I'm gonna select kind of the horizontal one, left to right, and we're gonna generate some blocks for that. So it takes a few seconds. Now it's giving me some options we can read. Stay ahead of the curve. Take it through the best way to stay up to date. Stay ahead of the curve. Let's go with stay ahead of the curve. We want our users to stay ahead of the curve with technology. So now we've got a hero. We've got kind of our feature, description. And it's not just the headline. It goes in, access hundreds of articles, right? Podcasts and more around areas like artificial intelligence, machine learning, cloud computing. All of this has been written for us by AI. Pretty amazing. You can now imagine that you have to fire your copywriter. Kind of sad, but this is where we're going with something like this. It's pretty impressive. So if you don't like that, you can edit and change, right? If you say you don't want to stay ahead, you can say stay far ahead, and it still works. You can change any of this if you want to. It still works. So let's go ahead, close that, and just keep going. I think this is pretty exciting. Now we're gonna do content. Do we want any content on this blog? Yeah, maybe. Let's go ahead and select that style, and we're gonna generate some content for our blog here, for our landing page. And Let's read what this says. How to stay relevant in the tech industry. Let's pick the first one and keep it simple. All right, so now we've got our building blocks all coming. Pricing, is this a free service or is it a paid service? Let's keep it paid. Okay, and let's generate a block for that. Guys, all you need to do is click generate, move. It doesn't get any easier than that. All right, so this is our paid service. If you don't like this design, go ahead, change the design, figure out something that makes sense for you. What steps should user use to get to this platform? All right, do they sign up? Do they email somebody? What are the steps? All right, so let's go ahead, select that, generate that, and at this point we are somewhere here. Okay, so it talks about the flow effect, so we're somewhere here. So let's go back, see what it generates for us, how it works. Let's go ahead and put it. So, but how does this thing really work? I'm kind of curious. Let's read how our blog works. We haven't written a single line. All I've done is drag things around. But how it works, Tech with Fro is a weekly newsletter, an online course designed to help tech professionals stay up to date with the latest trends in tech. All of that written for us. I didn't write a single line of that. Right? Subscribe for free, gain knowledge, expand your career options. Guys, AI is doing all of this for us. That's pretty epic if you ask me. Okay, so team, is there anybody on my team? I want to kind of highlight that section. Nah, I'm gonna keep it. My team is just AI. So let's just keep it as such. Blogs in here. If you want to write some blog content, you can go and make that as an option. Let's say we wanted to have a blog that looks like this. All right, and we can generate some content. Of course, you can use AI to write the actual blog itself, and I'm gonna do a separate demo around that. But this just kind of gives you a placeholder to have in your design. All right, so let's bring this down, and now we have an area here to get our blog content on our page. Statistics, are there any interesting statistics you want to call out? Maybe not. If this is something that is relevant to your application or to your project, you can go ahead, include that. Navigation, yeah, we did not include any navigation at the top, so let's generate one, and I'm gonna select company, generate the blogs for us. So basically at this point we are trying to generate this content up here. And not only is it going to generate the navigation for us, it's going to give us the actual headings within the navigation options by AI. So I'm not going to write any of that. So let's go back, see what it brought for us. Let's take this one. Voila. Latest databases, tech with Fro, tech news. All right. And if I didn't like that, let's see what the other one was about. All right, solutions, blog, data analytics, GPT-3. If I didn't like that, let's generate some more. Okay, let's see, maybe this one might be better. Tech articles, jobs, shop, login. Assume that this is what was relevant for me. You can go ahead and use it, but if you really did not like it, just go in, customize it, change it for what is relevant for you. I think AI has done a pretty good enough job for me at this point. So now we've got a navigation. What about the last thing that we always want to include in our website is a footer, a really nice footer for us. So let's go to footer, and we're going to generate some options for us. Again, the AI is going to do the magic, put in the content. This is not placeholder content. This is not lorem ipsum or just dummy text. This is actual content that AI has written specifically for us. So now, of course, we want our footer to be a true footer. So now we've got something pretty impressive. All right, so let's live preview this. And after all of this, it's a landing page for us ready to use. This could be a SaaS application, a school project, something you're working on. We all need those landing pages, and AI can do it for you, not just the design, but with content. That is pretty epic. All right, so now we've got something that with a little bit of customization might work really well for Tech with Fro. If we keep the same themes and just do a little bit more touch up, you can grab this link, you can share it with somebody. It says here you can share the link, so I can share it with somebody. They can go into my landing page. Of course, you might need to hook this up with your actual code to link up this field to databases and such, but just the design itself is available for us to use. Now, if you are not design inclined, or if you just want to use this as a starting point and you want to work with the actual HTML, you can still do that, right? Go ahead, download that, and it's going to be available for you to take a look at the actual HTML code. And if you want to look at page source, this is the HTML code it generated. You can use this in your own IDE, customize it, deploy it to your own servers based on your needs. But the AI has done the heavy lifting work for us. All right, so let's go ahead, cancel this, and cancel this. So, guys, hopefully this was helpful. We've seen a lot today. AI is pretty amazing. With very simple clicks, you can go from something that looks like this in your head, dreaming about it, and AI can generate that for you and give that code and make it all available to you. So hopefully this kind of helped you, give you an idea, and link again to my reference to headline. I think it's a kind of a play on headline.com is in the description below. Check it out. Hopefully this kind of helps you with one of your tool projects. Of course, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to let me know in the comment section below. If you haven't, just go over to the like button and the share button, have a conversation with them, tell them Fro sent you. This has been Fro, Tech with Fro. I'll see you in the next video.